Morning everyone, so this is our subtraction video this morning. We're going to be looking at 4 different sums, and I'm also going to talk through a rhyme that we use sometimes when we're doing our subtraction. More on top, that means stop. More on the floor, go next door. So our first sum this morning is number 1, 100 tens in units, 642, take away 231. Now we always start with the units, so right up here on top, 2 take 1. 2 take 1 is 1. Now we can use our rhyme to help us here. If I have more on top, that means stop. More on the floor, go next door. So this time I have more on top, so that means stop. I don't have to do any borrowing next door. So 2 take 1 is 1. So my 1 can go right under the line. 4 take 3. So if I got more on top or more on the floor, more on top, that means stop. 4 take 3 is 1. And let's look at our hundreds. 6 take 2. Have I got more on top or more on the floor? More on top, that means stop. 6 take 2 is 4. So no borrowing needed for that sum. My answer is 411. Let's look at number 2. Hundreds, tens and units. We always start with the unit side. 1 take away 6. So if I got more on top or if I got more on the floor? More on the floor. When I say more, I mean which number is bigger. More on the floor, go next door. So 1 take 6, I have to go next door to get some help. So I cross out my 5 and I'm going to give a loan of 110 over to the units. When I give away 110, I now have a 10 and a 1, and that's going to make 11. And I need to go back to my tens. I've taken away 110, so now I only have 4 left instead. So let's go back to our units. We have 11, take away 6 is 5. Put down my 500 line here. 4 tens, take away 2 tens is 2. And 3 hundreds, take away 100, and I'm left with 2 hundreds. So my answer is 225. Let's have a look at number 3. Again, I've got my hundreds, my tens, and my units. 628, take away 385. So I always do my units first. 8 take 5. So if I got more on top or more on the floor? More on top, that means stop. 8, so we can stop here. We don't need to do any borrowing. 8 take away 5 is 3. So I put my 3 right here under the units. Let's look at my tens. 2 take away 8. Have I got more on top or more on the floor? This time I've got more on the floor because 8 is bigger than 2. So I need to go next door. So I go next door to my hundreds, cross out my 6. I'm going to give a loan of 1 over here to my tens. So now I've got a new number here. I've got a 10 and a 2 makes 12. 12 take 8 is 4. And I gave away one of my hundreds, so now I only have 5 left. So our 6 is changed to a 5. So now it's going to be 5 take 3 is 2. My answer is 243. And look at number 4 down here. 105 take away 12. So let's look at our units. 5 take 2. So more on top, that means stop. You don't have to do any borrowing. 5 take 2 is 3. Now let's look at our tens. 0 take 1. So if I got more on top or more on the floor? More on the floor, go next door. So cross out this 1 here. I'm going to give a loan of it over to the tens. So now, what have I got now here? 10 and 0 is 10. So 10 take 1 is 9. And I've only 0 left here, and 0 take 0 is 0. So my answer is 93. So there are 4 sums. This is our video, or our little rhyme that we use. More on top, that means stop. More on the floor, go next door. I hope you found that helpful. Thank you. Bye-bye.